Join me on a fascinating journey where I show you some of the techniques used in scale aeromodelling. Okay, we've got the model strung up on the Vanessa rig, and if you remember, it's simply a cord hanging from a beam, and then there's this box or this block through which a piece of dowel travels through, a block of wood, the dowel that goes through, and then either side are pieces of rope that are wrapped around the dowel, and then they go around the fuselage, underneath the fuselage, front and rear, and you can turn the piece of dowel or broom handle to get the model perfectly level, and that is where we are now. It may not look like it, but that's nice and level. The line along the bottom of the canopy needs to be horizontal, so we're good. Then you drop a line from the center of that pivot point straight down, and my cord is a little bit wavy, but I think you can see where the C of G is falling between those marks. The one at the front is 120mm, the one in the middle is 130mm, which is where we need to be, and the one at the back is 140. So you can see we're somewhere around 138mm. So I need to add some nose weight to the front of this model, and that's hardly surprising when you consider how much glass we added to the fuselage, although most of that was around the C of G, so it shouldn't have been quite so bad. But we did have to do quite a lot of work in this area here to reattach the front to the rear, so there's some reinforcing gone inside the fuselage there that is behind the C of G. We've also done a little bit more detailing work on the tail. We've put we've replaced a very light covering with this Solatex covering, which is a bit heavier, and it's got rib stitching on it, which has added a little bit. And also we've added Solatex elevators and rib stitched those as well. We've also now got some more paint on the tailplane. Did I recover them? Oh no, I did actually recover the tailplane. So and in fact I recovered the whole fuselage, so that's not going to make much of a difference. So I'm not sure where the extra tail weight has crept in, but it has. So we just need to move that about 8mm further forward. And I'm probably going to do that with something like a battery pack, or even actually maybe a lump of lead on the front of the motorbox to get that just right. So I'll start seeing if I can find some weights, and we'll put some weight on the top of the cowl there and just see if we can shift that. It'll probably take quite a lot to move it that far, you'd be surprised, but let's see what we need. So there we are, to get it just in front of that 130 point. It's taken that much lead on the front, so they're fairly hefty chunks. That's probably about the weight of a battery pack, a receiver pack. So what I might do is add a second life 2S 1100mm milliamp-hour battery pack to the nose. That at least is usable weight, so we'll probably go with that. So we go. We'll add a little bit more weight to the nose inside the cowl. We'll take the cowl off and we'll bond that or bolt it to the top of the battery box somehow, and that should bring us into about the right ballpark. I have just noticed that I haven't fitted the anti-spin strakes on the tail. They need to go from the leading edge of the tailplane forward to about here. I shall make those, so that'll add a little bit of weight to the back. They're made from lithoplate, so they're not particularly heavy, but it will need a little bit of paint on it as well. So we'll sort that, and that should bring us, because we're actually a little bit in front of the 130, so that should bring us to the 130 mark perfectly. Okay, so there we go. Next thing to do is get on with the Maiden. I arrived at Blackpool and Fylde to fly the Maiden. It was a competition, but they allowed me to fly a Maiden flight at lunchtime, and I then went on to fly the 2 rounds of the competition, first after lunch and then last at the end of the day. That's the first takeoff. Well, not the first takeoff, that's the second takeoff. It was the first takeoff, in the competition, but only the second one. I'd only Maidened it a little bit before. This next manoeuvre is the touch and go. Again, this is only my second landing. That's a pretty greaser. It's a heavy crosswind from the left, and you can see I've got a lot of right rudder as I'm climbing away there, and you can see it's trying to yaw. And then finally you've got the landing, and with scale competition, takeoff and landing are K factor of 11, much higher than the K factor of 7 for optional manoeuvres. So if you do a good takeoff and a good landing, it really does do a lot to boost your score. So as you can see, still got the crosswind from furthest away, but a nice smooth touchdown. I'm really struggling to keep it in a straight line, lots of rudder, and there we go. And the result was a gold at Blackpool.